You have the home field advantage with Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Clinic. Orthopedic surgeon Dr. Timothy Hawks and sports medicine physician Dr. Matthew Pyle lead an A-team of certified athletic trainers and physical therapists working with athletes of every level to prevent injuries, enhance sports performance, or heal through surgery and rehabilitation. Let Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Clinic get you back in the game and keep you in the game.
Come watch your favorite team and earn points with our new Blazin' Rewards program, only at Buffalo Wild Wings. Wings, beer, sports.
Hi, I'm Nathan Wilcom, manager at the Longhorn Steakhouse here in Salina, Kansas. We are proud supporters of our local high school sports team and our community. I'd like to invite you to join us for a great meal at Longhorn Steakhouse. We are open Sunday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m., and Friday and Saturday from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. We hope to see you at our restaurant, and when you do, ask for me or our managing partner, Sarah Grimes. We'd love to say hello.
At Domino's, they work hard to make it easy for you to earn free pizza. How hard? We probably don't have enough time to talk about all the ways they've invented for you to order, but we do have time to talk about the new ways you can earn Piece of the Pie rewards points towards free pizza. Now you can earn points when you place an order by phone or in store. That means you can earn points any way you order. If you would like to enroll, see Domino's.com/rewards or call Domino's. Hello and welcome to week 3 of Friday Night Football here on Salina Media Connection. Tonight we have the big game of perhaps the year so far. We have Salina South versus Salina Central. I'm Colin Crowder, one of your hosts, joined by my friend and colleague, Mr. Charles Ross.
And wow, to have this game now and not later in the year is truly an amazing deal, and I think it's going to be a barn burner.
Yeah, for sure, and there's only been 2 other games prior for this. It definitely kind of shades back to the early 2000s when South and Central used to play week 2. Talking to Coach Sam Sellers before the game, head coach of Salina South, I think they're pretty excited that they're able to kind of get this game necessarily over with kind of the beginning of the year and then kind of even start focusing on the end of the year.
Yeah.
And Salina Central won the toss, but will defer to the second half. And South will get the ball to start the football game. And we also chat a little bit with head coach Mark Sambo, just as excited as ever. I think he's really going to enjoy playing in this first South Central game. I think he's really excited about it, and I think he definitely showed that.
Yeah, this is going to be a big game. You can see as the kids are getting fired up right from the start.
Last week, Salina South had the game here, lost 27-17 versus Dodge City. And also last week, Central went on the road and lost 63-0 against perhaps the Derby Panthers, one of the best teams in the state. Yeah, with Central coming in 1-1, Salina South coming in 0-2. I'd say South looked pretty good last week. I would say they definitely had some line struggles starting the game, specifically just with pocket protection. They started doing better with the run later in the game, but one thing I'd also talk to you, Charles, is last week with Taryn Galloway, the quarterback, they rarely threw from the pocket. Pretty much every pass play they ran was a rollout, and even sometimes with those rollouts, defenders for Dodge City would track him down and still get him.
Wow.
So kind of see how the offensive line works. And even talking last week to Coach Sellers when the team week 1 was at McPherson, he wasn't very happy with his offensive line play there either. So perhaps not a very fun last 2 weeks for the offensive line of the Cougars.
And one thing he says he has a young offensive team. So coming into this game, we're going to see what this young offensive team can actually do.
Yeah, for sure. And Taylon Peters, as always, with the opening kick.
It's a deep
And it's going to be fielded about 3 yards in the end zone, and no return there from number 22, Kai Calvert. And specifically last week as well, Dodge City did not want to kick the ball to number 14, Ty Garrett, and I think Coach Coach Sambo is thinking the exact same thing.
Well, the Cougars got their offensive set.
They got 2 receivers each side. It looks like Kyle Quill off to the right. It's going to be
Fakes
just a
the
handoff
pass
to Quill.
And a handoff. Nice run.
Picks up about a good 7 yards on first down.
And that's how you want to start a game.
For sure.
Especially with a struggling offense.
Yeah.
But also on defense, you don't want to start out like that.
Yeah. And something like you kind of almost think like, go for the quick strike or whatnot. But if South can get a long, just drawn-out drive, take off like 6 minutes at the quarter, could really kind of deflate that. And Galloway with the keeper.
First down.
Picks up about 5, gets the first down. Saw a little bit of the quarterback run last week, but a lot of it going to number 4, Kyle Quill. And South yet again lining up 2 receivers each side. Quill now on Galloway's left. And it's going to be another handoff to Quill. And he's going to be wrapped up maybe an inch or a yard.
Probably a yard at the most.
That's a good job by the central defensive line in there, just trying to wrap him up. Got him around the shoestrings and held on. What we saw last week, South really not liking to change formations very often. That changes where the back is
Quick
set up.
pass.
And throw over the left side. There is Ty Garrett. Called his name plenty of times in the second half last week. South picks up about 5, but still has about 4 or 5 to go.
That does make it more manageable, though. But you'd think they would have looked for a little bit more on second down.
Sure.
They got trips.
And, yeah, they're going to probably go to that wide side. They could go to that weak side. But even the back is also on the right side. And going back to pass. Pocket already collapsing again. And this first drive already has problems with the offensive line of Salina South as the defense just brought it.
And they came hard.
It's going to be 4th down and 10. And Ty Garrett's going to be back to kick. And not that great of a kick.
Short.
Not as much as Ty Garrett was kicking last week. It's going to be down at about the 42 of Salina Central. So pretty good field position. Good defensive opening stand for the Mustangs. And, I think about Salina South tried being in the pocket a little bit, but it makes you wonder, do they just start abandoning kind of that pocket throwing presence? And I think absolutely Coach Sambo and the Mustangs know that that's a struggle for them. So in those 3rd down passing situations, they're going to bring even more pressure. And it's going to be a handoff. Taylon Peters. And just gets away by 1. We do have a flag down at about the line of scrimmage.
Kyle Calvert.
That looks...
Boy, if Kyle doesn't make that,
he's gone.
tackle. Oh, but they're moving it back.
We do have a hold. Salina Central.
Wow.
So good momentum there on first down.
Wow.
Brings it back.
Problem with that is when you get that good of a run, for something like this to bring it back. He's back to pass.
Looking right
he's going
side,
nowhere.
And he's going to get swallowed up by the Salina South defense. Jackson Kavanaugh looked like he wanted to throw, but then really just pocket collapsed very quickly and really had nowhere to go.
Second down and a long.
Kavanaugh again, looking a little wide receiver screen right
and
side.
He's hit right there.
Got hit pretty quick.
22.
You had
Was
number
that Kyle?
22, yeah, that's Kai Calvert. You had number 19 and number 77 for the Mustangs blocking the same guy, and you had Kai just wide open, ready to make that one-on-one tackle.
Boy, this is a big third down.
3rd and 25 from the 27 as it stands. Kavanaugh back to pass yet again. Getting a little bit of screen to Peters.
And he goes nowhere.
Gets only 2. I do like that play call, though. You think it's 3rd and long. You think you're going to try and not get beat deep, but throw a little screen there. But, again, good job by the South defenders just staying at home, able to get off blocks and make a tackle.
And Salina South, that's their strong suit is their defense. And it definitely showed on those set of downs.
Yeah, and their defense was really good last week. Oh, high snap to Peters. Just able to get it away. Got it to Ty Garrett, getting around the left side. And he's going to run into a couple Central defenders.
Oh, wow.
Almost kind of felt like he hit a brick wall there because Ty Garrett really didn't move after he got hit, and the other guys just fell down. But yeah, South's defense last week gave up 3 touchdowns. 2 of them were off pass plays. One of them was where you kind of just had to go all out. The other one that was given up by them was where the offense put them in a bind at 1st and goal from the 5. And then the only other touchdown Dodge City had was a kickoff return for a touchdown. So South's defense played pretty well last week. And now Salina South going to start their second drive on the 46.
He's back to pass.
There's the
and
pocket.
He's got...
Going down again, holding that ball pretty loose, and he did lose it.
He fumbled.
I think Central might have gotten on that. And I think they're calling it. South got back on it.
Wow. He's here carrying that ball out loose like that. You cannot do that.
Carrying it very loosely.
That could have been very costly, too.
Yeah.
And in this game, that's what's going to take. Those key turnovers is going to make the winner of this game.
And South had their share of fair turnovers last week, too. It's going to be a handoff to Quill. Not much going that time.
Doesn't seem like South's moving the ball much running. Since those first set of downs, it's been mostly by the pass.
Yeah. And
so it's a 3rd and a long 7?
Yeah, it's a long 7, and that's definitely putting South kind of in that passing down territory. I don't know, I'd kind of expect Central to kind of bring more pressure here as far as that pocket collapses so fast. There's Talon Peters, middle linebacker, crouching. Oh, and he's gonna get caught.
Trying to anticipate the snap.
Yeah, and there he is hitting himself on the helmet. He knew. He gave that up a little bit. And it doesn't get him a first down, but gets him a lot better 3rd and 2. And you kind of have those moments.
Was that Mike Russell that went across there, wasn't it? Is that number 32?
It might be right. I thought it looked like... Oh, it might be 32. I guess I saw maybe part of the 2, not Talon Peter, excuse me. And that's going to be ran on 3rd down by Kyle Quill.
Doesn't look like he goes anywhere.
Not really, nothing going there.
So the 5 yards didn't hurt him any.
Yeah, not really. But I'm wondering if South's going to keep their offense on the field, and I think that might be the case here. Number 10, Jason Varela, coming onto the field.
Yeah, they're counting on their defense. That first one wasn't when Central got possession. Wasn't much different.
Some big guys in the backfield. You're going to expect probably a hard count here. Try and get him to jump. Handoff Quill, and he's going to be stopped. Didn't even really made it right to the 45, and he had to get it to the...
Nowhere.
He needed to get it to the 44.
Central will take over.
Yep, Central makes a stand. You can kind of see just the South players just kind of dejected right there. It's hard not to be when you come up a yard short, but... And back and forth, that brings Central's offense back onto the field. Jackson Kavanaugh taking it from the shotgun. Handoff Peters,
and
good
he's hitting
job.
the backfield.
By number 56 of Salina South. That's Carter Granzella. Good job coming across that line and able to get that first handoff.
And they were coming from the backside hard.
Yeah.
Looks like it's a pass.
Play action
He's
over
got
the
a man
top.
wide open.
Oh, doesn't get it. Just missed Ben Driver.
Wow.
Straight down the field.
And he's wide open.
He's wide open.
If he takes a little bit off that ball, we might be talking 6 right off the bat.
Yeah. And Central trying to get a play lined up. Still plenty of time on the play clock. Going to be 3rd and 13.
Back.
Kavanaugh looking
low.
left side.
Wait,
Throws it to Peters. Passes dropped.
Oh.
I think some of the fans here wanting a backwards pass on that, but I think that looked forward from our angle.
I'm not so sure if they wanted a backwards pass or a personal foul on Mr. Peters with that little forearm throw out there.
I did see it. I didn't think that was too much, but yeah, I could see you try to sell anything.
Yeah.
And with that incomplete pass, though, it's going to bring up 4th down yet again. South really kind of crowding that line, like they want to come after it again, and not going to get as good a chance this time.
A lovely one. And
going to get an okay Central roll. Going to bounce out at about, looks like the 22.
That's not a bad kick.
Yeah, that's not.
I mean, it's just like starting the game and a kickoff.
When you have these back and forth kind of matches, that's where the punt game really becomes special, because that's really the battle of field position.
Right, exactly.
We saw last week South's offense had plenty of tendencies going backwards at points in the game. And it could be really bad. Even if you just get like a holding call, it could really back up Salina South even farther. And it's going to be a handoff up the middle, not a ton going. Gets maybe about a yard, maybe back to the line of scrimmage. That was Jonathan Sulivong right there, not number 4, Kyle Quill. And doesn't appear that Kyle Quill is still on the field. And,
he goes
Galloway.
nowhere. Wow, they read that all the way.
Missed assignment there, I think. It looked like did he just come off the edge there and just no one had him?
I think that it could have been a missed assignment.
Yeah.
But he was there.
Yeah.
In his face.
Yep. Gonna lose about 4 on that. 3rd and long again. Galloway back to pass. Sanford got more time in the pocket.
Oh!
And almost a good grab.
Wow.
by Ty Garrett, but an even better play by Gage Prester, breaking that up.
Wow.
What a play. Ty Garrett's one of those strong guys that's able to haul those balls down. I think he had it, but just knocked away. Perfect timing there.
He had it for a second there, and then it got knocked
And
right
those
out
are
of
the
the
plays
net.
you got to make, and Gage Presser just made one. And we have a late player for Salina South running onto the field on their punt formation. A little bit of slow snap to Garrett. Kicks it opposite end of the field. Again, not necessarily a great punt, but did punt it kind of around inside his own 10-yard line. But
if you notice, though, they're moving the ball down the field by the punt.
And you notice specifically with Central's, this is going to be their third drive, and each drive they've had better field position than they had previously.
Yeah.
And they're going to start this drive on the south side of the field. And
ball's on the ground.
A low snap. It looked like Kavanaugh was wanting to pick it up and do something with it, but just ran out of time and had to pounce on it. Something I noticed last week, had a lot, not really low snaps for the problem, but a lot of high snaps, even to a guy like Kavanaugh. When you had those high snaps, or I guess it would have been 2 weeks ago, I think, it kind of disrupted some of the rhythm.
See, and that's what you're looking for, those mistakes. And there's one that they failed to capitalize on.
Kavanaugh breaking some tackles, kind of swinging that ball around there, out there again, but able to get back to about a yard shy of the original line of scrimmage. And Kai Calvert on the stop again, called his name plenty last week and probably anticipate to be calling his name plenty of times in the coming weeks.
He's back. He's rolling out.
A little bit of a
he's got
hold.
a man.
Was he at the sticks? Kind of hard. I think he might be.
Yeah, he's probably first down.
Yeah. Some of the South fans are kind of heard from the outside wanting to hold on one of the right tackles.
And they're firing up. They're not giving them time to rest.
Another off-center snap. Gets it to Peters. Gets it pretty much back to the line of scrimmage.
See, they're not giving them a break. They're going with a no-huddle offense.
Yeah. And we are 1:44 and counting left in this first quarter. And going to be a quick handoff and then fake to Peters, Throw over the left side, middle of the field. And gets that to Quentin Stewart.
Wow.
Going to make this third down even
and they're not
more manageable.
Boy, I bet you that was a surprise wrinkle for Salina South.
Yeah, going to be
this
third and 4.
Offense.
When we just have some movement, I think we're going to have an offsides on South. I think we're still maybe looking for a number. Yeah, it's going to be encroachment, and a third and 4. That's going to result in the first down.
Wow.
Central probably going with a little bit of a different count or a hard count there.
Well, the thing that's killing Salina South is they came out with this no-huddle offense, and I don't think that they were prepared for that.
Right.
Oh,
just about got him again. Still plenty of time for Central, only 15 on the play clock. That's what helps you when you line up so quick. You got a lot of time to change things up. It's going to be a handoff.
Peters, and he goes nowhere.
And good job for Salina South. I wonder if it's Carter Granzella again. That is number 56 yet again. Had some really good plays so far behind the line of scrimmage.
I really like this no-huddle offense that the Mustangs are running right now.
And we're going to have another handoff.
Peters
gets by the man, cuts right side, gets another one. Still going forward and picks up a first down. I think he might have it about the 11-yard line.
He broke at least 2 tackles.
Yeah, and he also got a very good block on a linebacker as well.
And they're lining right back up. They're not giving him a break.
And they got it on the 13-yard line.
Fakes
Kavanaugh left side overthrown. like number 20. And Central now slowing it back down a little bit. You kind of do that when you have an incomplete pass. Peters right side, getting through tackles, brought down inside the 10. And I think that's going to be the last play of the first quarter. And that is going to end the first quarter. Pretty quick moving first quarter, I feel like. I think it was just the entertainment.
Yeah,
but I'm sure we're going to have a pretty good second quarter as well. And we're going to be back right after this.
Hi, I'm Nathan Wilcom, manager at the Longhorn Steakhouse here in Salina, Kansas. We are proud supporters of our local high school sports team and our community. I'd like to invite you to join us for a great meal at Longhorn Steakhouse. We are open Sunday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m., and Friday and Saturday from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. We hope to see you at our restaurant, and when you do, ask for me or our managing partner, Sarah Grimes. We'd love to say hello.
And we're back with second quarter action here. Salina Central 10 yards away from the first touchdown of the game.
The handoff.
It's going to be picked off by Salina South. Now, this is going to be interesting. They're going to mark him down at the 1 yard line. They're not going to give him into the end zone on that. What a great play by number 23, A.J. Johnson. Was a great play. It looked like a pretty good play-action read to Talon Peters. Good movement by Kavanaugh with his feet. And just a great job by A.J. Johnson going up and grabbing that. Man. Now, you think that's probably bad for Salina Central, and it might certainly be, but let's see how that offensive line does. You almost wonder, but no, Galloway's going to be in shotgun. You'd think they might go under center, at least get him a quarterback sneak for a few yards. And that's going to be a handoff, and he's going to get maybe a little bit of room, but not much. And Sulivong, the senior 5'9", doesn't get him much breathing room. Maybe gets him an inch. Yeah, if that.
It was definitely inches. They're going to have to pass the ball, and it's going to have to be a quick pass, too.
Yeah. You're going to have to get something out of there because you do not want to have your punter kicking from right there. Galloway, a little bit of an awkward snap. Looking left side, but just hooked it a little too much in the vicinity of Ty Garrett.
I don't know what kind of pass that was.
I'm almost wondering if, you know what I'm saying? Just get the spooks a little bit. You're standing in your own end zone. Your offensive line has trouble protecting you sometimes. Are you almost anticipating getting hit and just trying to get that ball out of your hand?
It's third down. I think you got to send them long and just go. I don't know.
Yeah, I would almost just run it. You got to get a little bit more breathing room, I would think. They're going to roll out, and it's going to be
delay again.
Dead.
No, there's 3 seconds.
Might be just a false start. We'll see. Your legal formation, substitution, who knows?
Half the distance to the goal is not going to be very much.
Yeah. Oh. Well, I think they mean the defense on that. They called encroachment on the offense lining up in the neutral zone. Don't really see that on the offense unless one of the linemen was too far forward. And that must have been the case. Thought one of the linemen was a little far forward. Either way, it's going to bring up 3rd and 10 from the 1. Salina Central bringing pressure.
He's got it
over the middle. No, incomplete. Thrown behind.
He had that, though.
Osmeyer.
The ball touches the hand.
It's going to be Ollenberger.
You got to catch it.
Yeah.
I mean, the ball touches his hands like that. He had it for a second.
Yeah.
And then he let it get out of his hands.
And now you're kind of in a little bit of that nightmare situation.
You are in a nightmare situation. I don't even think it's a little bit.
Yeah.
And he's got to watch that back line, too,
Right.
that
yeah.
he doesn't.
Yeah. Every once in a while, you see plays where the punter gets it and steps on his own line. And it's going to be a line drive kick, taking a pretty good south bounce.
Oh.
And touched, but this is even bad for Central. Takes about a 7-yard south bounce. Ben Driver tries to pick it up, loses some yards, and then when he finally gets a hold of the ball, runs about 5 more yards in the back, and then just swamped by South defenders.
Wow.
So if anything, it kind of just resets Central to where they were, where they started their last drive.
Wow.
But Central looking pretty good, I think, so far, offensive-wise. And they're going to be taking over on their own 48-yard line. See if Kavanaugh can rebound after that interception on the last drive on the 1. Low snap and gets it to Peters. Doesn't have a ton to go to. Leans forward maybe a yard. And there's Carter Granzella's name yet again.
Hands off.
Sweep,
No, fake the handoff.
Peters, Kavanaugh with the keeper. And good tackle there with number 68. Kavanaugh able to pick up a few more. Gets about 3. And bring up about 3rd and 6.
Boy, so far, both of the defenses have really kind of been stout.
Yeah, done pretty well. Central was able to drive last possession. Able to get that turnover. Kavanaugh rolling out left side. He's going to keep it. And oh man, did he
has
get
the first down.
I think he's got it. That might be something weird where they might have to measure. It looks like
he's got that, I believe.
Yep, they're waving him. Yep, they're giving him the first. And I think with the spot, some of the South fans not liking the spot there. Could have been just a little generous, but either way, he was pretty much right there. New set of downs for Salina Central. Moving yet again.
Fakes it.
Going to be keeping it. Picking up about 3 on the keeper there. Doing a lot of kind of play action stuff to Peters. Handoff Peters this time. Getting help with a little bit of a push of a pile. He gets about another 3 yards.
So here's a big 3rd down. Are they in 2-down territory?
I think you got to be, but I'm probably some of the South coaches, don't jump off sides. Probably what they're yelling right now. And it's going to be a fake to Peters.
And does he have the first down?
I think he might be a little bit short that time. But again, just really, I think
that's a
they're
first
going to
down.
give it to him. I think they're getting another kind of gracious spot there. And the yard markers moved just a little bit.
They've already moved them.
They moved them a little bit. They kind of just started moving a little bit. So I don't know if they're going to be exact.
So, they've kind of moved them.
A little bit. And I think that was still a little bit generous spot. I didn't think he got to the 32, but they're giving it to him right at the 32. And he was certainly made the 33. Yeah, that's going to be a first down. And it is.
I don't want to say there was a little change going on.
Yeah. So when you say you get a little bit of the hometown refs, what does that mean? Because, it's like we're both from Salina. Which one's the hometown refs?
That's it.
And 1st and 10 Mustangs now. Another little play action.
Again, he's
gonna
running.
be
Oh,
almost tackled for a huge loss. Kavanaugh over the middle of the field.
Oh.
Dangerous pass. Colby Bollier
Wow.
kind of
Wow.
diving after it.
He could have been sacked very deeply there.
Trying to go rolling out far right and throwing across his body. Had some pretty good arm strength there. Definitely came up short, but yeah, that could have been real bad. Just kept going backwards and backwards and backwards. And 2nd and 10 now for Central. It's going to be a little swing pass out to Peters. And number 11 for Salina South, Luke Strite. Playing some defense, playing some offense. Able to get off the block from a Mustang blocker. Able to tackle Peters for about a 1-yard loss. Third and 11 now.
Whoa!
And we've got yet another offsides. I will say, if you're gonna come over the line, you might as well get your money's worth. And he certainly did there. Hey, they're gonna charge you 5 yards in either way. You get your money's worth. And that's gonna make it a little bit easier, about a 3rd and 6
That is
now.
not good.
And almost got him again. And you know what? I think that's the same number 45 for Jaden Miller. And got him again. Right on. Oh,
Offensive.
They do have it. Okay. They did
got
catch
it
him
right
with
back. It's back to where it was.
Okay, caught him with a false start. Okay. I didn't see that on the offensive side. Wow.
So the ball's back where it was.
Very much so. We just kind of exchanging some penalties there.
He's back to
Kavanaugh
pass.
back to pass. Pocket collapsing. Kavanaugh able to get out of there. Gets it just about a yard to the original line of scrimmage. Bring up 4th down. Another good job.
This is a big 4th down for the Salina South Cougars. They are going to have to hold them. If they don't, they will get momentum like you would never believe.
Yeah. It's kind of momentum either way. I mean, Essential gets 1st down. Like, wow, we just got that, but Essential stops him. Again, even if you stop him only in 9 yards.
Back to pass, and he's passing.
Right.
Deep.
Left side, wide open down the field. Touchdown.
Wide open.
Central, number 27, Logan Heigl. Breakdown in coverage.
South got a man down.
And is that number 8?
It is.
As Landon Bowles. Not the first time we've seen this year the South secondary just letting somebody go. You'll probably see the corner or safety just biting on the quarterback run.
Wow. I mean, you could not have had a more open man.
Yeah. And those are those weird kind of plays where he's so wide open, he's probably getting all psyched out. He might even drop it himself.
Yeah, that does occur when you're that open.
Yeah. I think we saw that at a Central game last year. A guy was wide open and just dropped it in the end zone. And both teams going to be going back to their sidelines as number 8 for the Cougars still on the ground.
He's up.
Oh, there he is, yeah. Getting up under his own power. Kind of holding that right arm a little bit. Might be something with his side as well. Well, hopefully he's not out too long and he's able to get back out there.
Oh, he's still holding that.
Yeah. And that brings the extra point team on for the Mustangs. And number 33, Talon Peter, is going to be trying to get it through the uprights. to make it 7-0. And he does. Extra point is good. And with 7:03 left in the first half, we have our first score of the game, and it's a touchdown. Salina Central Mustangs 7, Salina South Cougars 0. Now, we say it very often, but you have a score there. How do you think Salina South's offense comes out?
Wow.
They've been struggling to get yards really anywhere. Had a few plays where they've got yards, but...
And that's not very many. I think they got their most yards at the beginning of the game on those first couple of runs.
That is true. I think even that one run to Quill probably almost got as much yards as the entire offense.
Right.
And haven't seen Quill. Don't think I saw him still on that last drive.
No, I think they brought in number 38.
Don't remember exactly
30.
who they had. And Peter's going to be kind of a kick straight up in the air, going to be fielded.
Whoa, and he
number
brought
2 and wrapped up. This is a good job by the Central kick unit, but Salina South does start their drive on their own 39.
Now they've got to do something. That offense has got to, if they want to have any chance in this game.
Yeah. Number 4 is not out on the field, on the sideline currently with his helmet off. There's something going with him, or coaches aren't excited about what they're seeing out of him. Galloway back to pass, runs into his fullback. Looked like his fullback backed up into him. Might have been one of his guards. Man, that's not great when you have your own defenders in your own lap. When your offensive line is struggling like that, it's hard. It's going to be hard on the quarterback as well to try and stand in there and make accurate throws.
They got number 26, Blake Brandon Cox. It can't be. Is it?
Yeah, Brandon Cox there. Galloway
freshman.
rolling out left side, looking towards Ty Garrett, has it off the fingertips. Would have had a great catch there. Looked like still pretty good job with the toe taps. Looked like you probably would have had feet in bounds as well.
Yeah.
And that brings up 3rd and long for the Cougars.
They got a freshman running back there right now. Thought maybe I was looking at that wrong. Looks like a 6'1", 183 running back.
Yeah.
Looks like Sailors is trying to call a timeout.
Yeah, he's going to call timeout. That's going to be South's first. You got to think this is a big 3rd down for South. Because if you really got to go for it all here. Not saying that you just want to get a little bit back, but you put the hands back. You put the ball back in the hands of the Central offense. That's kind of looked like they were rolling right there.
I'm here to say if we don't get this first down on this 3rd down, I'm saying we kick it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. I don't think it's 2-down territory right now. You might be able to get a good bounce, get it within the 30, inside the 20.
Make it for a ways for them too.
Yeah, we'll see what the timeout brings. The freshman number 26 back out there. South going to line up 3 receivers on the short side of the field. Now it's going to move their lone back out. Galloway looking down the field. It's high, but there were 4 Central defenders in the area waiting for him. They were looking for Allenberger, number 15. And that's going to bring the punt unit on the field. We saw it like 2 weeks ago. Central, again, still just looking very confident out there.
They are.
With what they're doing. And that's going to be to Ty Garrett. Better punt. Takes again another south bounce, and it's going to be down at the 31 of the Mustangs. Going to be 6:35 left in the first half.
We've got to punt better than that, too.
Yeah.
We got to keep them down. They got to keep them down at this far end of the field instead of having them just march it down like they did.
For sure.
Now, those defensive backs have got to watch the man from getting behind.
Yeah, I think they're doing good in pass coverage until they bite on the run, and that's where they're just getting burned. Keeper by Kavanaugh gets by one. Taken down, going to get the first down, but taken down by Owen Bullier, number 20.
That's the second time he should have been caught in the backfield. The guy has a hold of him, but he's not really tackling.
Just not able to make that tackle. Kavanaugh going to act like he's going to maybe hand off to Peters, but pulls it back, tries to get it to number 19, Quentin Stewart, but low pass, and
he can't hold on to it.
Can't hold on to it. Might have been able to try and pick that up off the turf. He'd be getting pretty close to it hitting the ground, but not able to come up with it.
They got trips out here. Are they going to go? No,
yeah, it's going to be handoff Peters. Good blocking by the wide receivers.
And he's still rolling, and it's the first down for the Mustangs.
11-yard pickup. What a great job by those three trips wide receivers for the Mustangs. Just wide open space. They're going to go trip to the left side now. Kavanaugh rolling back, stepping, plants his feet, looking to number 2. Trying to go after Gavin Prester, but just a little bit out of the reach.
He was behind him, too.
Yeah. Had a good maybe step and a half, I'd say.
Yeah, he was definitely behind him.
Yeah.
They have got to watch that.
And it's going to be slowing things down now for Salina Central, lining up on 2nd and 10. Still 3 receivers on the far side. Plenty of time. Going to look at the signal from the sideline. And we're going to step back. We're going to do it again. Yeah, 6 on the play clock. And there, Coach Sambo is going to take a timeout. I think when you get to these moments, you're going to be keeping the South defense out on the field most of the game, with Central just controlling the time of possession.
And that's not good.
Yeah. You're going to get a lot of tired players out there for South.
Right, and especially when they run that no huddle.
Mm-hmm, yep.
Don't give you a time to get a break or a rest.
6, you got to work even harder for that incomplete pass so you have a little bit of a breather.
That's right.
And we got 6:01 left in the half. Still plenty of time, maybe about 3 possessions for each, or excuse me, overall with both teams. And they're going to line up 2 receivers each side. A little roll out by Kavanaugh. A little bit of a 720 spin. Gets away from the tackle. Down the field. Broken up. Thought you actually looked at the official. Might have been reaching for his back pocket for a sec. But nothing thrown.
That was good defense.
Yeah, I thought that was very good coverage.
I mean, both of them were going for the ball at the time.
Yeah. I think that was also a really good no call there.
Yeah.
That ball was just kind of up there for grabs, thrown a little bit short. Everybody had to stop. Kavanaugh with a keeper.
And he, whoa!
Almost got by 2 tackles. But number 88, Salina South there to say hello, Isaac Mitchell. And that's going to bring up 4th down. Central's lining up for it.
4th, wow.
Might try to have him draw him off sides a little bit. And it's going to be a direct snap to Peters. And it's going to be a block kick, but it's going to be blocked!
It's blocked!
Carter Granzella, a man we've called several times tonight, gets in there with a block on the quick kick. Wow.
Now that should start a fire for the offense. What will the offense come out and do? Fizzle out these like they've been doing so far tonight.
Exactly. I'd say get Carter Granzella out there. It's going to be a handoff
To the freshman.
to Cox.
And I wouldn't be above to say that the freshman has probably got one of the most yards on a run
Yeah.
so far.
And looking at the overall list here, they have 2 freshmen at 6'1" and only have
They hand
looks-
off again. And he's still
He's
running.
running. That is a lot bigger man to try and take down than Kyle Quill.
And he's still moving.
Yeah.
He keeps his feet moving.
You got to go right back to him, you think. And that's going to be thrown right side. I almost thought I heard a whistle when that ball was
I did
snapped.
too.
I don't know what that was. Sellers out on the field. I think we had a little bit of an inadvertent whistle, but they're not calling anything. And they're going to let that play stand.
Wow.
And that, instead of 3rd and 1, you got about a 4th and 5. Galloway right side gets it.
They get
Luckily
the first
able
down.
to pick up the first down, but
Wow.
what in the world going on there? Got a first down, though. Got a new set of downs, 3:51 and counting. Galloway standing in the pocket. Good protection. Going after Ty Garrett, but nothing there.
Looks like
I wonder if
he has plenty of time. They must be holding. Looks like they've got more people staying back to block for him.
Yeah. And, you know, not to go back to the play a couple downs ago where you thought we heard a whistle, I would almost start thinking it's like maybe somebody in the stands had a whistle. You hear about that stuff every once in a while, but
Yeah.
yeah, it was just like you heard a whistle and it looked like some of the South players stopped, but the play just kept going. It's going to bring up 2nd down. There's only 3 seconds on the play clock. Salina South going to have to call timeout.
They did.
And a little way getting the call stop too, because Central defenders running back into the backfield. Well, this has been quite exciting, I would
Wow.
say, so far.
So with 3:45 left in the second quarter, 7-0. That sounds like a defensive game.
That does, very much so. Both defenses looking pretty good, but Central, their offense just able to get just a little bit more yards on each drive.
And I think what hurt them the most is they're letting men get behind them. If South doesn't let the man get behind him, I'm not so sure Central would have the 7 up on the board.
Right.
And then we almost had a man get behind him again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There hasn't been a lot of turnovers, though.
Yeah. Did just have the one interception. It was a good play from A.J. Johnson
That's
picking
it.
off at the 1 yard line. decent job with ball security tonight. Galloway got a man coming around the edge, steps up in the pocket, gonna run for it, and takes a couple of big hits.
But he's
Picks
gonna
up
make
about a
that. He's
good
gonna make that
6.
manageable.
Yeah. You know, you always talk about as a head coach kind of holding your breath when the player makes that, but, you know, it's easier to say with a guy sitting up here in the broadcast booth, but, yeah we love that stuff. Quarterback running out there, lowering his shoulder pads.
That's it.
Love it.
Yeah, the coach is down on the sides. Oh!
Yeah. 2nd and 3 now. And we're going to have a little bit of a false start on the freshman running back.
Wow, all that he got it right back.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, you hear Taryn Galloway, you got to be like, come on, man. It's going to be a quarterback keeper for Galloway.
And he's breaking tackles.
I don't think he's going to be getting it. And what a good wrap up and tackle by a central defender.
But he got what?
That'd be Ben Driver. Called his name several times.
It's like 3 yards, 4th and.
We'll see where they finally put the yard marker.
It's 4th and 4.
Yeah, it looked like they're going to get about 4, yeah.
This is a big 4th down for them.
Some South fans on their feet, hoping for a first down here. 3:11 left in the half.
Wow, this is a big 4th down.
It's going to be a handoff to the freshman, and that's going to be strung out. Here
that's
comes
bad.
a flag. Kind of behind the play on the opposite end. Backside official coming in with it. And that could be a hold maybe. If that is the case, not going to matter. Okay, everybody just kind of waiting. That's going to be a hold on the offense. That's going to be declined. And Central's defense going to come up with another stand.
Well, that was one of South's best chances right there.
They tried running it to the short side of the field, and Central just strung it out. Central takes over 2:52 from their own 30. And that's going to be a sweep to Peters. Breaks off one, getting by some arm tackles. All that fighting,
for a first down.
I think he's got a first down.
He has it.
Running with determination. Just even the growth of the Talon Peters we saw last year to this year. I don't think we really saw Talon Peters last year breaking those kind of tackles and getting able to get to gaps that fast. First and 10 now from the 40. This is going to be a keeper by Kavanaugh. Not much going there. Going to be losing a few yards. Central still with 2 timeouts, getting ready to pass 2 minutes left. Salina Central, I do believe, gets the ball to start the second half, so they might not be in too much of a hurry to maybe get a score. We'll have to see how second and third down play out for them.
Yeah. And
almost tackled in the backfield. Kavanaugh able to get away, picking up about 4.
This game, though, is still within reach for the Salina South Cougars. But if the Mustangs can push it in right now and go up by 7 more.
Yeah, I feel like some of the South defenders just not really keeping their feet. They're kind of just overshooting too much. They're going so fast that they're just kind of falling over. They're not really setting their feet ready to make a move. And 1 minute left and counting. Kavanaugh rolling out right side. Doesn't have much going. And he's going to be hit and tackled by number 11 of Salina South, Luke Strite.
He was kind of slow getting up.
Kavanaugh is a little
and he's kind of walking over to the side. See him?
Yeah.
Well, maybe he's straightening up right now.
Yeah. Central looks like they might line it up again, but South going to take a timeout. They're going to be taking their final timeout. Coach Sellers looking like he wants the ball back. Maybe at least give him a chance to get a good return. I'd say if you're Coach Mark Sambo, you're just looking at your quarterback kind of limping right there. You're just almost like, all right, let's get this to halftime.
Yeah.
Like, all right, let's get it. We're going to half. We're going.
Let's go, yeah.
And South has their main defensive personnel they're talking to, but Central looks like they're talking to maybe their offensive and punt team personnel.
35 seconds. South doesn't have a lot of time. I mean, if you're going to get the ball, you're going to throw a... Are they thinking, they're going to punt it?
And from my counting, Central only has 10 men on the field. Is that what you see? Yeah, they're trying to wave somebody on. There's somebody who's not on the field.
They do only have 10.
Oh, and that's going to be a fake. And it's going to be bottled up. Tried to snap it, direct snap it to Ben Driver. But, it's kind of hard to get a first down when you only have 10 people on the field.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that when they came up. I just started counting. I counted 3 times just to make sure they had 10.
If you're the Salina South Cougars, what do you do for these 4 downs?
Well, this is kind of, I think you got to maybe take a few shots at the end zone. And I think if you look at that person, you look at the person that's on the short side of the field right now, number 14, Ty Garrett. You got to maybe try and see if you can get him on one-on-one coverage. And they're going to get him there, and he's looking that way. And it's going to be caught first down. Good job getting out of bounds inside the 30. And that's exactly where they go.
That was a good pass, too.
Yeah, and right after the snap, just Galloway, just eyes locked on his receiver. And they're on that left hash again. I wouldn't be a bit surprised if they line him up again. And yeah, he's going to be coming up here left hash again. Going to be sticking that running back on the left side. Might be able to get that outside linebacker to read him, get that one-on-one again. And you got a deep safety, but
he's
going to be a
off.
keeper by Galloway. Good, smart play. Keep getting it out of bounds. Going to leave 17 seconds left.
Boy.
Yeah. Going to be about 2 yards short of a first down. If anything, you're kind of right there at field goal range. I think we saw Eric Rincon, the kicker for Salina South, kick a field goal last week. Might have been a little bit closer from where they are right now, though. Again, Ty Garrett, left side of the field. Got an outside linebacker.
Oh, he's back to throw. Got
look
the man.
over the right side, and it's picked off! Crossing the 40, got 2 men to beat.
Wow.
And is that 32?
Wow.
And that is 32, Michael Russell. Tried to go to the wide side of the field that time. And what a pick.
What a pick.
Yeah, and
what a fine time for a pick.
At least a decent job
No, you
of
can't get it any better time.
You have the South guys getting back, trying to catch up to him. I expect Central to come out here and just kind of knee it, but they're lining up, might be going deep. Kavanaugh had a little bit of an arm we've seen. Central does have two timeouts.
Oh,
he's going to spike that.
You can't just throw.
They're looking for the intentional grounding flag.
You cannot just throw that.
I wasn't sure if this was trying to be a screen they were trying to set up. Not sure if one of the backs was in the area or not.
How could you do that?
Yeah.
And you saw intentionally what he was doing.
He just threw it away. He had just spike it into the ground. Again, there might have been a back there, but now Central just going to knee it. And that's going to take us to halftime.
Wow.
We have our halftime score. Salina Central Mustangs 7, Salina South Cougars 0. And we'll be back with halftime thoughts right after this.
Hi, I'm Nathan Wilcom, manager at the Longhorn Steakhouse here in Salina, Kansas. We are proud supporters of our local high school sports team and our community. I'd like to invite you to join us for a great meal at Longhorn Steakhouse. We are open Sunday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m., and Friday and Saturday from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. We hope to see you at our restaurant, and when you do, ask for me or our managing partner, Sarah Grimes. We'd love to say hello.
Hello and welcome to the Salina Media Connection halftime show. We got a pretty good ball game, 7-0 Salina Central. Probably the biggest thing we've been talking about, defense so far this game.
Defense has been good. The one thing that the Salina South Cougars have done that has cost them is letting the man behind the defensive back. You cannot do that.
And it hurt him last week too, and you almost got to see that, Coach Samuel probably saw that on some film as well, saying, hey, they're doing pretty good stopping the run, but then just when you kind of run some of that play action, they're going to get beat there. Another thing we were talking about also with that defense, both teams coming up with big interceptions within the 10-yard line. A.J. Johnson for Salina South with a big turnover. Salina Central with another big turnover right before the end of the half when Salina South was getting some momentum, ready to score. These turnovers and those key red zone opportunities not going to help you win football games.
And those turnovers are costly. But again, I stress, you cannot let the man behind you. Salina South dodged a bullet earlier in that quarter when the man got behind him there and he just didn't catch the ball.
Yeah, and again, kind of the same as things we saw in the past week. First week, Central coming out looking confident. Last week with Salina South having some troubles with the offensive line. They've been doing a little bit better keeping Galloway in the pocket, but still having some issues. I think we're in for a pretty exciting second half.
I can't wait.
Yeah, this is pretty good, guys. We'll join you for the second half, and thanks for watching.
Hi, I'm Nathan Wilcom, manager at the Longhorn Steakhouse here in Salina, Kansas. We are proud supporters of our local high school sports team and our community. I'd like to invite you to join us for a great meal at Longhorn Steakhouse. We are open Sunday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m., and Friday and Saturday from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. We hope to see you at our restaurant, and when you do, ask for me or our managing partner, Sarah Grimes. We'd love to say hello.
And welcome back. We are back from halftime, getting ready to start the second half against the Central Mustangs and South Cougars. Currently still have a 7-0 lead for the Mustangs. Nothing happened over halftime. You didn't miss anything. But Central is going to be getting the football back to start the second half. And honestly, I'd say if you're Salina Central, you can get a pretty good drive here and get a touchdown. That puts you up 2 scores just like that, kind of already getting the half going your way.
And right now, it's probably it's anybody's game, and it depends on the turnovers and the defense.
Yeah, very much so. Rincon kicking it away. We're going to get a stoppage of play already.
I think it was offside because he did the stutter step thing.
Oh,
and some of his man took off.
He's kind of doing that last week, too. He was kind of doing that little, almost like a basketball move kind of thing. And now he already kicked the ball. We got to get the ball all the way back here. And we're going to do serve number 2, as they say in tennis. Does it again there, gets the kick off. Gets it to about the 11. Taken by number 20, and a good job on the Salina South kickoff return team there. Looked like Kai Calvert. And it was.
It was.
He's the guy that receives the ball, and he's the guy that makes the tackle on the kickoff.
Might be something to that.
It may be, yeah. It's like in baseball when a pitcher hits a home run for himself. It's like he's just helping his own cause.
That's right.
Kavanaugh looking pretty good.
Looks like he hands off.
So Peters bouncing outside.
And
What a stiff arm! And he's dragging defender.
Fumble!
And I think that might be out of bounds.
They had a chance to recover that fumble. That fumble, he was hitting so hard, he lost the ball.
Wow. And I think he might even, with the fumble, might have gotten maybe a yard 2 extra, but man, what a fight for just even those 5 by number 33, Talon Peters. He just looks like a completely different player than where you saw him last year.
Whoa.
Salina South kind of reading that all the way. Probably might have lost a yard or maybe back to the line of scrimmage. Gonna bring up 3rd down and 4. Mustangs still wanting to get it, and there's an offsides. Salina South gonna give them the 1st down.
Wow.
That's not the first time that's happened tonight.
No. And that's the kind of mistakes that you can't afford.
Just got to watch the ball. I feel like a lot of the stuff, even they usually just end up watching the defender nowadays. But even he didn't move. Handoff Peters left side, getting good yards, breaking some tackles. Picks up about 8.
Wow, he broke 3 tackles in there.
Yeah.
That tells me that you're not tackling to bring him down.
We don't necessarily have a person, we're not necessarily doing stats, but we'd be very interested to see what Talon Peters' rushing yards are at the end of the night.
Yeah.
Handoff again to him there.
And he stopped, but
he's still going. After all of that, might have almost lost 4 or 5 yards.
He was stopped in the backfield and continued to go.
And he gets a 1-yard gain out of all of it. I was about ready to correct myself about his rushing yards, and then gets back onto the positive side.
Yeah, he's running hard tonight. Yeah. I don't think I've seen him run this hard.
I don't know if I've seen anybody this year run as hard as he's running right now. And they're feeding him again. Maybe lost a little bit.
Might have lost a yard.
And that's going to bring up 4th down, maybe 4th and a short 2. And decision time here for Mark Sandbo. Having some new personnel coming in. I think they're lined up in a formation. You might get another quick kick, or you might just power this thing up the middle. There was some movement, and the South coaches are yelling for it. I don't know if you saw that.
I don't know that he got it.
He might not. Oh, where they're spotting, they might not. But there was some movement by the central backs. Or leaning.
That is going to be real close.
From our angle here, I think they're going to give it to him. But yeah, the central backs looked like they were leaning forward. Multiple coaches for Salina South were jumping up and down. You know, if he gets the first, that umpire is going to be hearing it from the south sideline.
He got it.
I think he's got it. Yeah, pretty
By
easily.
the nose of the football.
Yeah, and see, they're talking to him right now. And that was the second time by that official.
Look at him.
And I can hear Coach Sellers from up here.
He's fired up.
Yeah. New set of downs for Central. Looks
It's
up
on the
and it's
ball.
behind him.
The ball's on the ground.
Kavanaugh has to get on it, and they're going to throw a flag on that. They're going to throw a flag
On the hit.
on a late hit,
The hit.
which,
But I don't
I
know
don't
about
know.
that. You're going for the ball.
yeah,
That's a
and
tough call.
it is a tough call. I don't know if they're going to call it just because he went kind of for the head area, but you don't know when that guy's coming in if he's on that ball or not. That's one of the things you got to let go. I know it's a big thing that officials at all levels of football try to protect the quarterbacks.
And that goes from the NFL on down.
Yes,
So
yeah. That's going to be on Carter Granzella, who we've called multiple times tonight.
Well, it's not a first down, though, right?
Well, yeah, oh, that's right. So the play is going to stand, but then it's the after the hit thing that's going to result in 15. So it's going to be second and about 4. It's a good call there. I was thinking it was just going to be first down again. Just past the 9-minute mark in the third quarter.
So is that a new quarterback in? Is that the same
That
one?
might be. That looks like a new quarterback.
Fake.
Running to Peters. Good job by South, stringing it out. And I can't officially say if they're related, but what I see of number 7 actually just came off the field was Parker Kavanaugh. And it looks like Jackson Kavanaugh back in at quarterback just after one play gone. It's going to be 3rd and 5. You got to be anticipating that hard count here. Rolling out left
He's
side,
rolling out,
Kavanaugh.
passing.
After a couple tips,
Wow,
kind of holding your
that
breath.
ball was in the air. there
It
for a
was.
while.
You're almost like, who's going to grab it?
That's right. That was
Incomplete.
into anybody's ball.
Bringing up 4th down. Now Central bringing on a lot of new personnel. This might be punt formation for them.
You know, what better time right now to try a fake punt?
And they tried it last time, but didn't really get anything. Of course, maybe they might have 11 people on the field.
I think now would be a good time. I'd hike it over there.
They got 11.
Oh, they're kicking it.
Yeah. Good forceful kick. Bouncing about the 20. Out of bounds right there. And that's pretty much going to be where it's going to be at.
20-yard line.
Some ups and downs, but a pretty good stand, I would say, by the South defense. Really, what we've kind of seen, a lot of bend, don't break mentality, as you hear so much.
This here is going to be a big set of downs to see.
See what happens here. Galloway's going to be keeping it right side, still going to lose about a yard.
I think they need to continue with the pass. That seems to be getting it down the field.
I think they've had some success with the rollouts. But you probably have to anticipate with how many they ran last week. Central's got to be pretty prepared for it.
They
got
got
3
trips and
receivers.
nobody there.
Yeah. And this is going to be quarterback keeper rolling for Galloway. Long way to go for 3 yards.
You know, they had a man open on this side over here.
Yeah.
Because they had nobody covering
Yeah.
it. Perfect time. They got the pass on. They keep continuing
Yeah.
with the rollout rather than passing.
Right, and that even just kind of seemed like a designed run, but I don't know if that's something that Galloway can make that decision at the line to be able to do that.
I mean, when you see the man, it's almost like
we'll see what happens. 3rd and 7 here. Galloway in the pocket. Over the side. And there's the man, Ty Garrett, with a good catch on the sideline. That's enough to pick up a South first down.
not only a good catch, it's a good pass.
Yeah,
and
very
he's
much
throwing
so.
it where nobody can catch it but his receiver.
Very true. And handing off to the freshman. Getting a little bit going. Not
He might
getting
have got
really
a
anything.
Yard. No, he may have just got back to the line of scrimmage.
South still wanting to speed it up. Galloway back to pass. Down the sideline to Garrett, one-on-one coverage. And a great job again by Gage Prester with coverage on Ty Garrett. Central's defense looking good all around. Front line, secondary.
I mean, that pass was, you couldn't have thrown it much different than what he did throw it. As his man's draped on him, the men, they got trips.
Low snap, had to pick it up. Galloway rolling out right side, doesn't have anybody. And I think we might have a face mask happen on the far side away from us, but either a face mask or a horse collar or something like that. Looks certainly awkward, and the South fans reacted accordingly. But another good coverage by the Mustangs. And they are going to be face mask. And that's got to hurt on kind of a third down like that. Even when Galloway was rolling out in the pocket.
How many yards is that?
So the face mask's not going to be part of the play, I suppose.
What?
I don't really see that the ball moved all that much.
I don't either.
If anything, it moved like 5 yards from where the face mask was. Not sure on a specific rule change or something with that.
There he goes.
Hand off to the freshman, and he picks it up on third down.
Wow, that was a good run.
Yeah.
And they needed that.
Good hole reads there, able to find daylight.
Now the Salina Central defense.
3 receivers right side again. It's going to be a handoff to the freshman Cox again.
He goes nowhere.
He's still on his feet. Maybe pushed a little bit extra for a yard.
Maybe a yard. What it looks like as though they're setting themselves up for Salina South Cougars is that they will have some running backs for years to come.
Yeah. A little bit of an equipment check. Number 4, Kyle Quill, still on the sideline, standing by head coach Sam Sellers. And remember, Kyle Quill was one of the big wide receivers last year. Started at running back the year. Started this game at running back. Might be more of a personnel issue, but you'd want to think you'd be able to try and get that guy on the field. Galloway back to pass. Good pocket protection down the field to Ty Garrett. It's going to be complete, but there was a push-off.
It was a push-off.
I don't think they're going to call it.
It was a push-off.
No flag, but
it was a push-off.
Certainly a push-off.
Salina
That
South
was the only way he cleared his way out to get that
getting his
back.
way out of there. It was on the opposite end for the Mustangs, so wow. Left side,
Oh, and
little
he's
swing
got
pass
it.
to Ty Garrett. That's not going to go anywhere. Going to lose some yards there. And yeah, again, I bet some of the Central coordinators that were up here in the box were certainly reacting to that. Might not have been necessarily as evident on the other side of the field for some of the Central coaches. 2nd and 10, they've officially got no gain on that play. Galloway with the keeper, almost tracked down and takes a big hit there by Gavin Prester. Going to bring up a 3rd and 5 for the Cougars. 3:50 left in the left in the quarter.
So they can get a first down.
Yeah, they got to be about, what does that look like, 5 yards, I
Yeah.
think? Three receivers again, and you look for the freshman here. And that's who's going to get it. Breaks some tackles, but going to be taken down that time. It looks like number 32, Michael Russell. Got by a couple Central defenders, but number 30
So they're
says
going to
not
set
this
up on
one.
a field goal right now.
Yes, they are. Eric Rincon, number 33. Out for the Cougars. Going to be kicking it at about the 19. Kick is up.
Good.
Looks good. Salina South finally gets points on the board with 3:18 left in the 3rd quarter. They've cut the lead to 4. Salina
Wow.
Central 7, Salina South 3.
Wow, that was a good push-off by Mr.
I don't know if we usually compliment a push-off, but that was a pretty good push-off. Hey, but is it really a push-off if it doesn't get called, though? Really?
Yeah, it's. But I would wonder what that defensive back would say.
Yeah, and thank you for that push-off. We didn't really able to see the play again right after it, but it looked like he even had 2 hands. Looks like he kind of turned his front to the field and had both hands and pushed off. Wasn't usually a one-arm push-off.
Yeah, I think he wanted to make sure he wasn't close.
Yeah.
But a lot of times what they would do is be to go ahead and go for the ball and get a pass interference.
Yeah.
But see, it's in high school they don't move the ball down to the play where the
Right. And Rincon kicking the field goal. Now kicking off at the 40. Gonna be a shorter kick at about the 15. Moving right side.
Oh, his own man!
And I don't want to necessarily say that was a great.
Man.
I don't necessarily want to say that was a great tackle by Michael Russell.
His own man
But
tackled him.
that was a pretty good tackle there from his own man.
Yeah, I don't think the Salina South Cougars got a hand on him at
Yeah.
all. And you don't need that.
You might have to ask him where his allegiance lies after this game. And we even have a hold in addition to that.
Wow. Right now we got a game.
We do. 3:12 left in the 3rd. Central now going to be starting their drive at the 11. Central coming out with 2 receivers each side. Looks like Peters to the left of Kavanaugh. They're going to hand it to Peters. Yeah, pretty good haul. Breaking tackle, still on his feet. And he's still going. From the 11 to the 35.
Boy, Peters is running with vengeance
Feeding
tonight.
the man.
He's running hard tonight.
Yeah.
I don't know if we've seen him run this hard.
Yeah. Peters again, left side. Probably below his average, only getting 2 yards on that one.
And he didn't run over a couple
Exactly,
big-
yeah. Central 3 receivers, Peters on the right. And that's
He's
going to be
back
a good
to back.
read.
Oh!
And it's going to be
And it's
caught.
caught!
Ben Driver with that. I thought like the ball hit the guy. The way he reacted to that just looked like he didn't have it. But able to corral it, pick up some more yards, got to first down.
Wow.
Kavanaugh rolling out left side. Got a guy with a free rollout in Salina South.
They got him!
Finally able to bring him down. And he lost probably about 13 on that play. And Kavanaugh has his helmet off. I don't know if it got ripped off. Still had the ball in his hand. And here comes
Number 7.
necessarily the younger brother, maybe, Parker Kavanaugh, the freshman. You see every once in a while freshmen starting at games. You usually don't see a freshman quarterback. That's going to be a good screen to Peters. Blockers out in front.
Oh!
And
And
I
he's
want
taking
it
it
to
to the
be
house!
to the 10, 5,
To the
in
house!
the end zone. Touchdown, Salina Central. I'm speechless right now.
Oh, there's a flag. They threw a flag.
Yeah, this might be for a little excessive celebration, maybe. They're looking like maybe number 2 for Central. A touchdown most likely going to stand. They say there's no foul on the play. And I don't think that would have necessarily been
It would've
during
had
the
to be
play.
at
That flag was
half anyway.
completely nowhere near even the field of play or any players. That's up
good.
and good. You run 50 yards for a touchdown, you line up, you kick an extra point.
He's running hard tonight.
With that breathtaking score, puts the lead 14-3 Mustangs.
I would say Peters is running really hard tonight. And you can see it out there.
Yeah.
I mean, he's running over top of
just-
people and everything.
Yeah. And, I mean, he's breaking more tackles than people are actually tackling him.
Right.
The Central fans on the visiting stands as Central, the visiting team tonight, getting pretty rowdy, especially the student section getting pretty excited for what's going on.
It's been a long time coming. They need this as bad as anybody else does. So
Yeah. Well, Peters, go catch the ball, go run 50 yards for a touchdown, go kick an extra point, and then also get out there and go to kickoff. And decent kick, going to be fielded at the 15 by Calvert. Left side has maybe
Oh.
some room, but number 4 Gage Prester.
Wow, that was a good tackle.
Good tackle there. Only 1:13 left in the third. South doesn't necessarily have to break convention, got plenty of time, but they're going to have to start making some plays and getting the ball down the field.
Really, they're going to have to make a touchdown.
Yeah.
You can't settle for 3 points.
Yeah, and they did a decent job moving the ball down the field. Of course, the big play off the push off, you know. And this is going to be thrown to Ty Garrett. One South blocker versus 3 Central defenders. I don't think you got the numbers on that.
No.
Good job by Central. Fly into the football.
Gain of 1 on the play, 2nd down 9, 29-yard line.
Gonna be keeper by Galloway. Might lose a yard there. Just Central defenders just flying to the ball. And these are the moments where you think you might just maybe go with a rollout, try and spread the field a little bit. Try to get somebody open, try to get some time. And even in the situations that you usually go to Ty Garrett, Gage Prester doing a really good job out on the corner against him. And I think we got the end of the third quarter. And that is it. Our score, 14-3, 1 quarter remaining. And we'll see you for that right after this.
Hi, I'm Nathan Wilcom, manager at the Longhorn Steakhouse here in Salina, Kansas. We are proud supporters of our local high school sports team and our community. I'd like to invite you to join us for a great meal at Longhorn Steakhouse. We are open Sunday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m., and Friday and Saturday from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. We hope to see you at our restaurant, and when you do, ask for me or our managing partner, Sarah Grimes. We'd love to say hello.
And we're back with fourth quarter action. 12 minutes remaining between the game most people are looking forward to in the year, Salina Central versus Salina South.
11-point margin.
Yeah, South with the ball on their own 33, 3rd and 10. And here comes a little bit of that rollout, getting the ball. Is that a one-handed catch by Ty Garrett? Still going to be about 4 yards short of the first, but when you get plays like that, that gets you into some situations, but it looks like South's going to come out and kick it. Well, so far we've only got 9 players.
Number 32.
For Salina South, we're missing a lot of people. Yeah, we had 2 people. We got 4 seconds. 1, they're gonna have to. I think they're gonna have to take delay a game here. They're gonna take that. Personnel issues. I do actually think that's a smart job by the South coaches not to take one of your 3 timeouts when you're down by 11 in the 4th.
I hate to say this, but some guys would be in trouble. For
you know they will. You know they will. Oh, they'll be on film and everything. Ben Driver fielding it right side. Gonna get a big block.
Oh!
He's
Is he
gonna cut
take it to the house?
Not the house, but to about the 23-yard line. This game was pretty close.
He's probably 2 blocks away from taking it to the house that time.
This game was pretty close, pretty fair even in the first half. But Salina Central just seeming to be the better team on the field right now. I think Talon Peters' time, you would assume, right here. And there he is, right there!
Touchdown!
Through there! No touches! Touchdown, Peters!
And he has
I don't think he got touched.
2 of the 3 touchdowns. Now he'll be on to kick the extra point.
And then the kickoff. And then he'll be delivering water to the team. And then if someone's injured, he'll be the guy that wraps them up, and he'll run for a touchdown in the same 5 seconds. A little bit of a high snap. That's going to get blocked. And that play is dead after it is blocked. Not like the college game where you can return that. That brings our score 20-3 Mustangs. 17-point lead with 10:47 left to go.
I don't know. Is she tuning up her voice?
It might be a little too early. I think you can at least get started. I think you can at least start drinking some water. I don't know if you can start singing, maybe start doing some tones, but at least she's at least standing.
So the Cougars are going to need a big return right now.
They are. They absolutely are.
If they have any chance of being in the rest of this
and
game.
Then obviously if you're Kai Calvert, number 22, and on the close side of the field, on the left side of your screen as the return man, they're probably going to kick it to him because no one so far has been kicking to Ty Garrett.
Yeah, Mr. Talon Peters kicking it off.
Yeah, that's a good kick. Fielded about the 2. Calvert getting a little bit of a seam, kind of slowed down. The ball did look like it came loose, but it's clearly out of bounds. Number 25 for Central's kind of jumping up and down with the football, saying, I got it, but.
This offense has got to make something happen right now, or this game will be over.
Yeah, they do have 15 Ullenberger and Ty Garrett lined up on the same side of the field. Those have been 2 of the popular targets for Galloway. He's looking left side, down the middle of the field. Calvert caught at midfield. Gonna mark him down at the Central 49.
That's what they needed, a big play. But they need another big play.
Yeah, line it
really,
up.
they need to get in that area down there where it says Cougars.
Yes. And we have a stoppage of play. I think there was a little bit weird reaction because the white hat wound the clock, but I think some of the players thought that was calling it dead. No. Snap infraction. Usually snap infraction is something about they move the ball, but they don't fully snap it. And back up south 5 yards. Galloway with the snap, pocket getting shoved back. Calvert again with a grab.
Though. They didn't get anything.
Yeah, they got about maybe 3. They got
yeah.
Yeah, with them being behind the line, but now you're looking at 2nd and 11. I still think the strongest part of this Salina South team is the receivers. And I think that's where you got to go. Obviously, you know, when you're down, but.
Yeah, you can't. The clock, with the clock running.
Yeah. A little bit of a play action. Galloway stepping up in the pocket, getting across the 40.
Whoa.
Tries to leap a man, but is cut in half. Gage Prester You always have some worry going up like that. You leave your feet, you're getting wide open for a hit. Does get a first down, 39-yard line. And left side to Calvert. Gets by 2, doesn't get by the 3rd. Picks up about 2 there.
They're moving the ball down the field, but slowly.
Yeah.
The time is good. What will kill you in the instance like this?
I think they're okay on time, but of course the biggest question is that even if they score, how's that South defense going to do against Central's offense? Galloway, 3-step drop, and looked like he was wanting to throw it, but decided to pull it back down and just fumble
Central
it.
has the ball.
Central comes up with it. It looked like he was wanting to throw, but at the last second was just like, I don't want to do this, but then pulled it down. I think maybe some people may be looking for an incomplete pass, but I don't think so at all. Momentum killers. Now, I don't go to Vegas often, but I would say number 33 is going to get the football here. No, going to be a play action over the middle. And a one-handed catch.
And it's a touchdown.
And it's going all the way.
To the house.
Ben.
Oh, we
Driver.
got a flag.
We do have a flag.
We're bringing it back. We're bringing it back. I thought
Yep,
the Salina
that
Mustangs
is
were about
hold.
to put this game away.
Wow.
They were just about to put it away.
Woo. And
you know,
that's kind of highlight reel material with that one-handed catch. That's the kind of stuff where you just like cut the footage right after the end of the touchdown. You ain't don't worry about that hold that happened.
And then the other thing is it was somebody besides Mr. Taylor Peters scoring the touchdown.
Yep.
I know they got the one catch, it was by another guy, but the other 2 touchdowns are coming from Mr. Peters.
Yeah. This one to Peters.
He broke!
Unbelievable.
He broke! They had him.
Maybe 4 South defenders had him stopped at the line of scrimmage.
And he comes up out of there. How?
Like, I feel like we could take maybe some of the numbers from the weight and the height of some of the depth chart we have here, and just mathematically, this doesn't add up.
It doesn't. Not at all.
Another give to
There
Peter.
he is,
Wide
again.
open hole. Picks up about 15. Maybe even 16 or 17. I don't know.
Boy, Jalen is running hard tonight.
Very much so.
I mean, when you see the whole pile, the South Cougars are all over the place, and he comes popping out of there.
3rd and 3. This will hurt South's chances very much if they can pick this up.
Oh.
And I think we did have a little bit of movement from Central, but I think we're going to get contact by South's defenders. And that is offsides, encroachment.
Wow.
And that has been 3 times there has been 3rd downs for Central, and the defensive line just giving it to them.
First and 10 Mustang, 43-yard line.
You set it down 7-19 and counting. Talon Peters again following his blocks, gets by some
breaking tackles,
pushing the pile. And I think that's a first down.
He's breaking tackle after tackle after tackle. I think they had him keyed in on the first half, but for some reason they do not have him keyed in now.
I mean, I'm about ready to say, get like the Wheaties marketing campaign down here and put him on the box.
Wow.
640 and counting. It's going to be second and inches. Handoff Peters again. Good stop there by the South defense, but even just an inch is going to give him a first. And
looks like he might.
I think they're going to mark it third down.
No, he should have that. Are they going to measure it?
No, they're waving.
Moving it.
First down. Salina Central just asserting their dominance tonight. And,
Peters is throwing up.
Mr. Peters,
he's throwing up.
Had a little bit of,
he's
and a little bit extra there, and there they're calling it.
He's throwing
down.
up.
We might have had, and Salina Central actually calling a timeout. I don't know if
he's throwing up.
I don't know if that counts as a personnel issue or what. I think he's doing it some more.
He is.
I don't mean to comment on him, but it looks pretty clear, actually, like it's just a bunch of water.
Yeah, it does.
Doesn't look like he's throwing anything necessarily physical up.
No.
Just kind of filled his maybe some with a little too much water there. Well, we got 6:02 left. Salina Central with a new set it down.
You got him kicking extra points, and then he's running like I don't know what you want to say. He's breaking out of packs. It's covered with tacklers. I don't know if you don't even bring him out right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. And here he is coming to the sideline, still walking pretty slowly. It's almost at that point that I don't know if you bring Peters back in the game unless maybe the kick, but unless you need him. Because South's offense hasn't been showing any signs of threatening that defense at all. You might see some Kavanaugh keepers here. And it's going to be a rollout. Kavanaugh just going to take it running out of bounds. Central sideline looking for a late hit flag. One of the Central coaches looking like pretty furious over there. Wasn't able to see it very well from our side.
Is that another one?
Well, with the out-of-bounds run by Kavanaugh, stops the clock at 5:56. The yard marker still has it at first down. Unless, not sure. And Salina Central takes another timeout. I mean, that was just a first down play there. Nothing was called to make it not that. The PA announcer announces a second down. Now the scoreboard changes it to second down, but the yard marker still says first. think I might see a number 33, and I do over on the central.
He changed it now,
thing.
finally.
Yeah, we got second down now. Talon Peters back in the backfield.
Second down 10, 33-yard line.
Plenty of time for Central. 14 seconds on the play clock. Clock is still stopped. And a Kavanaugh handoff. Peters left side. More blockers.
He's just running him. You see, he just kind of pushed him
And
out of the
a
way.
lot of that, and I'm just looking at that, you got Central blockers out in front, but even the secondary for South just being on their heels, like trying to step back, like what's the best angle we can get to him, not running forward
Right.
to
and
try and
he's
stop
pushing
him. They're trying to play more like prevent.
25-yard line.
Gonna be 3rd and 2. It's gonna be handoff. Peters almost tracked down, but
He's not
still
coming down easy tonight.
going.
Number 33, Talon Peters.
He is not coming down easy tonight.
Wow.
Carter Granzella.
Does pick up the first. Clock now rolling again. 5:06 and counting.
First and 10 Mustangs, 22-yard line.
5 seconds left for Central. 1 second. I think they just took their final timeout. And they did. Salina Central uses all 3 of their timeouts on this current drive. Surely you'd want some back if you're the Central coach, but you got yourself up by 17 with less than 5 minutes to go. Might not need them.
I don't think you'll need them.
Yeah.
I think it's you could just kind of cash it in.
Yeah.
I mean, the way these two defenses have actually been playing up until this last third quarter,
Yeah.
I mean, you can pretty much cash it in.
Yeah. And with it being 17 points, still a 3-possession game. But certainly things can change pretty quickly.
I don't know if they'll change that quickly.
I don't think they could change that quickly, but, you know, things happen.
They do happen.
Something like a fumble here and a return for a touchdown followed by an onside kick. Yada, yada, yada. The chance is very slim. Kavanaugh stepping back, throwing over the
And he
middle.
caught it!
Bench driver again.
And that was on Calvin.
And it looked pretty good coverage by
That
Kai
was on-
Calvert, but it was just right at the end.
Boy,
Ben
it was
Driver
on the
just
body.
made an extra step. And Talon Peters with that.
Oh,
We're
and a
getting some
flag on the
unsportsmanlike
play.
conduct penalties for Salina South. And that's not going to go well at Monday's practice. And that's just frustration there.
That is
It's
frustration.
just frustration.
Wow, look at them. They're gathering up over there.
Yeah. 4:36 left. And you know, the word finish is probably being said multiple times over there in that huddle.
Yeah, we've got to finish.
And some of these Central players are waving their hands to the South fans.
They got it lit up over there.
They do. Central student section got all their iPhones and Android phones with their lights on. And 5 yards forward, Peters out the back of the end zone. And we do have Peters down at the 50. I'm gonna guess this is something regarding cramps. Or just tiredness, soreness.
Right.
And I think you can see them, they're stretching out that leg right there. And especially even being around the 50-yard line, doesn't look like that's any area for contact to be made. It's only 5 yards away from where they actually kicked it.
He's been a workhorse for tonight anyway.
Yeah. And he's
Maybe
on his
they-
feet. And walking off under his own
Limping.
power.
He's limping.
Yeah, I think some of that may be just a cramp, but we'll see. I don't expect him to see the field the rest of the night, but yeah, he almost looks like he's about to fall over again.
You don't want to see anything happen to him.
Yeah.
First and 10 for the Cougars, 25.
24-point lead, low snap to Galloway.
Pass.
Broken up, but they're going to get pass
Flag.
interference now on Gage Prester.
You know, at this time, it doesn't. I don't think that really matters.
It really doesn't. And I feel like some of those plays that we had seen, that kind of play was what we had seen early in the game that they didn't really call.
They did.
They didn't really call stuff like that. But I think definitely with a rivalry game like that, I do kind of appreciate just letting them play a little bit.
Yeah.
Galloway, a little pump fake, left side into double
Picked off.
coverage, picked off the man who just caught the touchdown, Ben Driver. Catching passes from Jackson Kavanaugh and Taryn Galloway.
That's not good.
That's not good.
That's not good.
Good for Ben Driver.
Yeah, it is. It is. On his behalf.
Yeah. Salina Central, 1st and 10 from their own 48, 4:22 left. And you can see here on the south end of the field, some of the fans, I think, forgot their wallets. Yeah, first down carry picks up about 3, 4 maybe.
Yeah, I think it's just a matter of 4 minutes and counting running out.
Yeah. You get lined up and kind of see what Central's doing here. They probably already got the play call, just kind of waiting. Still got 18 seconds on the play clock.
24 points in 4 minutes, 3.
Yeah.
That would truly take a miracle right now.
And Central snaps the ball with 2 on the play clock. It's about 4-yard loss there.
I think they've pulled some of the starters.
Yeah,
Matter
Cooper
of fact.
Shard out there. I would assume the younger brother Parker Kavanaugh out there at quarterback. Number 20, Ben Driver, not currently on the field. Talon Peters not on the field.
Lost the 4 on the play. Third down 11. Off the Central 37-yard line.
And they're going to get a delay of game here. Sometimes you got to wait to snap the ball, but don't wait that long. They're about 3rd and 16 now.
Really, does that matter?
Oh, it doesn't. It really, I mean, I don't mean to just be so frank about a penalty, but it really doesn't.
It doesn't.
If anything, just gives you more room to punt it, I guess.
That's it.
Clock freezing at 2:51 after the penalty, now rolling.
They're coming.
Evan with a screen. Trying to go to Cooper Chard with that, but kind of really slow to develop. Didn't able to get the running back out there.
These Mustangs have got to be excited right now with this win tonight. Yeah. And the win they have earlier, which makes them 2-1.
Yeah.
They are sitting pretty good, and that's been a long time coming.
Yeah, and I apologize. I don't know the exact number, but it's certainly been multiple years that Salina South has won this game, but this year gonna go to the Mustangs. That's gonna take a central bounce inside the 20 to about the 17. 2:35 left.
This here is a young Cougar team, though. You got a quarterback that's a sophomore. You've got a freshman running back. I mean, a couple more years and
yeah, and your star receiver is only a junior.
Yeah. Couple
your
more
quarterback's
years.
a sophomore, yeah.
You're looking good.
Yeah. And of course, talking about the running back, Brant Cox, freshman, currently still out on the field, passes to him, lowers his shoulder, picks up a first down. But I'll ask the question you just asked. Does it really matter?
Well, they get some experience to prepare them for the next game.
Yeah. A little bit of a low snap. Galloway pump faking a little bit, having to roll out of the pocket. Looking towards Ty Garrett, but throws coming up short. 2:20 left to go. And I think if you're Salina South, this might sound weird, but I think this is a big 2 minutes and 20 seconds for the rest of this game. I think this really kind of shows how are you going to finish. Are you just going to come out here and just not care that you're getting ready to lose? Or are you actually going to show something and at least try and get the ball down the field? Because if you think about it right now, you've got mostly the starting offense out there for South against probably a lot of backups.
Right.
For Central that are just now seeing the field.
And if you can't do nothing with the backups.
Yeah. 2nd and 10. Pocket able to step up.
Good catch.
Ty Garrett, good catch. Slung out of bounds.
After the first down.
He does get a first down. Pickup of 11. Cougars with a new set of downs. 2:12 left in the game. Clock is currently stopped. A lot of the Central student section huddling by the locker room ready for him. Galloway stepping up in the pocket. Has
good
Ty
hit,
Garrett.
He held on to it.
Again, those are the kind of plays right there that if it was college or NFL, you might get a flag thrown on like the hit to the defenseless receiver. Kind of a hit to the head area on Ty Garrett. And Central late getting set.
Oh!
And number 57, Fernando Rodriguez, says hello.
And when he says hello, he says hello.
Yes.
Sack for Central, number 57, Fernando Rodriguez.
Coach Seller is yelling at his team to hurry up. Clock still rolling. South still with 3 timeouts. Not sure if they'll use any. And getting chased, running out of the pocket left side.
Oh, he goes nowhere. He ran into the defender. And
Those
then
are the kind of
stopped
plays
right
where you're
there.
just almost talking about just throw it out of bounds. You're out of the pocket. You're probably going to lose yardage perhaps. .122 left. 2nd and 17.
Looks like the student section has moved over.
Oh
trying
yeah.
to go.
Oh yeah. They're waiting to storm the field. I might have to watch out for those goalposts. You remember a couple weeks ago they were
Yeah.
going for them after they broke the over 2-year losing streak. Keeper by Galloway. Picking up maybe about 5. 1:13 left. And I think they're just ready to run the ball and concede this. 1:03 left. Galloway again escaping the pocket, running towards the sideline and not able to get there. Galloway looked like a little slow to get up. That's going to bring up 4th down. Oh, excuse me, that was 4th down.
That was 4th,
I
yeah.
apologize.
Wow.
I suppose they were
Look
so
at 'em
far
there.
lined up back. Yeah, it's got to be hard for some of those seniors there. Beaten Central, I assume, the last 2 years at least.
In your senior year, you can't
Yeah.
do it.
I mean, it's kind of, winning your sophomore and junior year, it's great and all, but this is our last time they're going to play them most likely. If something happens in the playoffs, but maybe a weird seeding situation, but this is going to be it for them.
Well, they got the starting quarterback in.
Yep, there is Kavanaugh. And there he's downing it with a low snap. And you can kind of see the South
I'm
defenders.
surprised if they didn't come.
Yeah.
Oh, it's dead ball right where it hit.
Oh, yeah. Well, clock is going. Not sure. Yeah, they're going to have to maybe snap it again, but South defenders, all 11, just kind of waiting there. They need to snap it one more time for it to be official. There it is. 12 seconds and counting.
Wow.
Doesn't need another snap.
So we have a new Mayor's Cup.
In town.
That is true.
Salina Central takes back the Mayor's Cup with a 27-3 victory over Salina South. And what a way to come back in this series between the two. Well, we will certainly have some post-game thoughts, perhaps with a player of the game and maybe a coach or two, but we'll see you in the post-game show right after this.
Hi, I'm Nathan Wilcom, manager at the Longhorn Steakhouse here in Salina, Kansas. We are proud supporters of our local high school sports team and our community. I'd like to invite you to join us for a great meal at Longhorn Steakhouse. We are open Sunday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m., and Friday and Saturday from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. We hope to see you at our restaurant, and when you do, ask for me or our managing partner, Sarah Grimes. We'd love to say hello.
Welcome to the Remax Advantage Realtors MVP of the week. This week for the South and Central game is Taylor Peters. And boy, you ran hard tonight.
Yeah, I mean, I had to, this is our rival game and it means a lot to us. So, we did everything we can to get the dub.
And that was obvious on the field when I seen a whole pack of Cougars on the top, and then all of a sudden I saw somebody coming out of it, and it was you, Taylor.
Yeah, that was pretty rough, but you just got to keep your feet moving and get what you can get,
So it's a real great win. This year being your senior year, I know that this game meant quite a bit to you.
Yeah, I mean, of course, they've beat us for 7 years straight, and for my class to be the class to end it, it's just fantastic, and we don't have another chance to play this game, so we can talk about this for the rest of our lives. It's just great.
Great, Taylor. Thank you for being the MVP of the week.
Yeah, thank you.
And welcome back to the SMC post-game show. Unfortunately, we're not able to get head coach Mark Stanbo of the Salina Central Mustangs. But Charles and I are here to wrap up. We had the MVP player of the week. Let's just talk about Taylon Peters for a couple minutes.
Wow, what a game. I mean, breaking through packs, doing all, and I think a good job of coaching this week, too. I mean, with the no-huddle offense, wow, what do you say?
Yeah, and it just looked like a completely different player than even what we saw last year. The Taylon Peters that, had some open space but wasn't able to hit the gap. The Taylon Peters that, after the first initial hit, he wasn't able to break through. Just doing everything opposite of what he did last year, just so much faster, so much quicker, so much stronger that his growth, I guess, just off-season, just be coaching, be the weight room, just was really incredible. And another thing to talk about is really the Salina Central defense, really just keeping Salina South's offense just completely on their toes and really no rhythm going at all.
Not at all. None at all. And then the other thing was to hear Taylon say that it's been a 7-year drought, and his class, that's his class this year, broke that drought. And I think there could be nothing better than that.
Yeah, and that's like, you can't even imagine losing that long, especially a big rivalry game like that. So just really happy for the Central fans able to finally feel like they can actually grab the Mayor's Cup, finally have those bragging rights for a year. Another thing I just was even thinking about is Salina Central. They have the big win. We are covering them here next week against Hutch. How do you try to stay focused this week of practice, ready for Hutch coming in here next Friday?
Yeah, that's going to be a tough one, too. Hutch isn't going to lay over and just let Central run over them, but they may have the confidence that is necessary to win that game.
Yeah, absolutely, and we should also mention Salina South on the road next week at campus. Hopefully they can get their first win of the season.
And that they need badly.
Yes, absolutely. But thank you very much, Charles. Thanks for watching the SMC post-game show. Thanks, everybody, for watching tonight's game of Salina Central versus Salina South. We'll be back next week.
Area high school athletes now have a big home field advantage. The new Salina Regional Sports Medicine Clinic. Led by orthopedic surgeon Dr. Timothy Hawks, Salina Regional Sports Medicine offers comprehensive care, from education to prevent sports injuries, to performance, to the preservation and healing of damaged joints through surgery and rehabilitation. Fellowship trained in sports medicine orthopedic surgery, Dr. Hawks specializes in the diagnosis and treatment of ligament, cartilage, and meniscus injuries. He and his team of athletic trainers and physician assistant supports 5 area high schools, providing the highest quality, most timely care to athletes of every sport. In the school training facility, on the field, or in our clinic, we're ready wherever and whenever you need us. From high school athletes to weekend warriors, we'll help you get back in the game and keep you in the game. Salina Regional Sports Medicine, the leader in comprehensive sports medicine.
Come watch your favorite team and earn points with our new Blazin' Rewards program, only at Buffalo Wild Wings. Wings, beer, sports.
Hi, I'm Nathan Wilcom, manager at the Longhorn Steakhouse here in Salina, Kansas. We are proud supporters of our local high school sports team and our community. I'd like to invite you to join us for a great meal at Longhorn Steakhouse. We are open Sunday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m., and Friday and Saturday from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. We hope to see you at our restaurant, and when you do, ask for me or our managing partner, Sarah Grimes. We'd love to say hello.
At Domino's, they work hard to make it easy for you to earn free pizza. How hard? We probably don't have enough time to talk about all the ways they've invented for you to order, but we do have time to talk about the new ways you can earn Piece of the Pie rewards points towards free pizza. Now you can earn points when you place an order by phone or in store. That means you can earn points any way you order. If you would like to enroll, see Domino's.com/rewards or call Domino's.